most honest podcast.
My reputation speaks for itself.
Veracity Exchange.
Hosted by none other than Brilliance.
It's your dog Hollywood Spryte, aka Brilliance. Y'all now tuning to VETV, man. I'm back with another one, man. Back with the big dog in the building. Banky Pound, man. What's going on?
What's up, man? Peace. Salute, sir.
Salute, man. So, how everything been going with you, man? How everything been making out? I see you been going on your little tour. You know what I'm saying? Doing big things out here. Seeing you on No Jumper and hitting all these major platforms. So, what was that like?
Man, that was a beautiful experience, man. Like I say, No Jumper, man. Shout out to Adam 22, man. The whole staff. Them some good people over there, man. It was a beautiful experience for me all the way around the board, man. And what even made it even more beautiful was the fact that, I got to share that with my son, man, Hollywood Trail. Shout out to him.
Right, salute.
He went through the whole process with me, man, and it was a learning experience, man. It was a good thing for me, man, to be in that environment, man, and to be blessed enough to get on a platform that big, just getting into the game or whatnot. And that's a tribute to Adam, man, for, his character or whatnot, because like I say, he know the grind. He started with this, doing the blogging and, doing the little YouTube thing, and then to get to the plateau that he had right now running the small empire, man. And he looked back, man, and he respect the dudes that's on the grind because he know the grind. He know how hard it is.
Right.
He know the struggle. So for him to be, give me a shot and other, YouTubers a shot, man, I think, that's a testament to his character, man. So I rock with Adam for real, man.
So was there any tips and tools that you picked up from No Jumper? You know what I'm saying? He dropping the free game or, anything like that?
Yeah. People ain't got to drop free game. You just got to pick it up, man. You got to be a visual learner, man. And I watch. I'm an observer, man. I watch. And I watched how he grind, man. He grind hard, man. So it's not a surprise to me that he is where he is because, like I said, when we walked in on an interview. He was actually doing an interview with two people at the same time. We just walked over there. It was like, and we went over there and sat down and we watched the ending of the interview that he did. And as soon as he finished doing the interview, he got up, came over there, dapped me up, man. We introduced ourselves. He said, gonna get back with me in a few minutes and we'll grab a bite to eat. Man, so he actually went from interview to go grab a quick bite to eat, come back in, talk it up with me a little bit. We exchanged paraphernalia, whatever, or I gave him some paraphernalia. And we talked for about 5 minutes. He said, "You ready to grind? Let's go." And we, sat in there, did a 2-hour interview. When the interview was over, same thing. We chopped it up a little bit. We took some pictures. We did some promos. He took me outside. He introduced me to the rest of his staff. He had the old dude in there, OG Suicide, big dude out there in LA. Shout out to OG Suicide. Introduced me to him. Me and him chopped up a little bit, took some pictures. He sat there and grabbed him something else to eat, drinking a little protein shake or whatever it was he was drinking. And he got other interviews lined up, back to back to back. So the grind is real, man. You know what I'm saying? He doing it and it looked like he on top of it. It ain't like he just landed there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, because he grinding. He in the game, man. He in there. The man probably do 4, 5, 6 interviews a day, or at least I saw him that day. So I don't know if that's his daily routine or whatever, but when you look at the volume of videos that he put out, it probably is. He got, 20, 30 people working on staff for him, man. So all of those things was put in place by his grind, his vision. So, that gave me game right there to just watch that, to see what success looked like in this game. So you have a mark to shoot for. You know what I'm saying? You can have good aim, but you got to have the target that you're shooting for as well. So see him doing what he's doing and on the level that he's on, that right there is the game that I picked up, that made me, just tighten my game up, man, and just keep on grinding, because when you're doing something, you know what you're doing, there's an end game to it or somewhere that you can go, and you see that mark, man, then you know what you're shooting at. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I appreciate it, man, and respected the whole process. The whole situation was just educational, man, and it was a good experience for me.
Right. What was that trip like going to LA?
Oh man, that joint was crazy, man. LA is crazy in itself, man. LA is crazy, man. It's wild out there, man. It's different. It's real different, you know what I'm saying? But
Right.
I love it, man, you know what I'm saying? Like I say, I got to spend time with my dude Trail and see LA at the same time. I went up in Mayweather Gym. Mayweather Gym was right beside the hotel I was in.
Right.
That was a beautiful experience right there for me alone. And just sightseeing, man, seeing things and being out there in a whole new city. LA, man, bright lights. So, to see that type of stuff. Yeah. All that stuff was inspiring, man. It was inspiring.
What's the difference between the beaches out there in Virginia Beach?
Size.
We said the size.
Yeah, man, that beach look infinite out there, man.
Right.
And the people, the volume of people that's out there. You walk out there, man, they everywhere, man. They everywhere. And the way they dress, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
They almost naked out there, So that's crazy within itself.
Right.
Yeah, but the beach was beautiful, man. It was a beautiful beach, man. Big though, the volume and all of the things that surround it. It was nice, real nice.
Story time with Banky Pound, man. What's the wildest thing you seen inmates do for drugs while you was in prison?
What's the wildest thing I seen them do for drugs? You name anything, throw anything in the air. That's what I done seen. Anything, man. They do anything for drugs, man. Anything, man. It's a sad and actual fact, man, that that drug, man, is just like out here, man. Drugs is crazy out here, man. The things that people would do out here for drugs. You got people out here to rob, kill, hurt, maim for drugs. On the inside, it's the same thing. There's no difference, just times 10. They will even go even further, man. People will sell, everything they own, man, for drugs. Everything they own, man. I'm talking about food, clothes, personal items, wedding rings, jewelry, books, TVs, everything, man. Everything they own just to get high, because they're trying to escape the reality that is prison, and there is no escape. Even if you get high, you're not escaping. It's just a mind thing. But they have convinced themselves that makes them feel better. That takes them away from the institution. So they do anything, man. You got dudes that will, when they ain't got nothing else to offer, man, they'll offer sexual favors and everything just to get high. Dudes that you thought were men, dudes that you thought was solid. The drug is stronger than them. It's stronger than them, way stronger than them. They become things that they don't even want to be, just to get high. So it's crazy. And then you got dudes that come in there who ain't never got high, and they turn to that because they see other people doing it and they feel that it might give them some type of relief or some type of, getaway, and they end up being fiends instant. You know what I'm saying? Instant. Change their whole life. So it's a sad situation when you talk about them drugs in there, my dude. It's very sad.
In your 33 years, man, if you could think of one, like, I know you got many, what's one of the most chaotic days, you know what I'm saying, where, like I said, things happen back to back to back to back, like 24 hours or 48 hours of pandemonium and chaos, you know what I'm saying?
This prison, man, it goes down in prison, man. They say it go down in DM, it goes down in the prisons.
Right.
Off the top of my head, man, first thing come to my mind, man, is one of the riots, man. I remember the last riot that we was in, man, when they was trying to give controlled movement, whereas to once upon a time, man, when you was in prison, man, when they called, when the count was clear in the morning and they called breakfast, you could just go to breakfast or go straight to the yard or go straight to the gym because everything was open at the same time. Or you could just go to breakfast, then go straight to the yard or go straight, it was just that free movement where they didn't control your movement. But when they came with the controlled movement, because with this freedom that we, so-called freedom that they called that we had, being able to move like that for years and decades or whatever, so many people was getting hurt because it was easy to touch you can get to do this in another block. You can get to do this in another building, because at these point in times, there was so much free movement that if you wanted to go somewhere that you weren't supposed to be to take care of something that you had to take care of, it could be done. And it was a lot of, violence going on at the time, and a lot of people, getting hurt. When they changed that, where you could just go anywhere you could wanted to go, and you could get to whoever you wanted to get to, which was a great thing for us, for dudes being locked up, because somebody owed you, they couldn't hide from you. You can go get your money. You know what I'm saying? Or you had a beef with somebody, you can go take care of, and then come on back the way you had to get back, and then just wait and see if you get caught. So it was great for the penitentiary, but right. it was hectic for them, because they had to, pick up the pieces. So they came along with this control movement, man, where they wanted to get control of the system and get control of the violence. So what control movement means was that would no longer be possible. When they called breakfast, you had to go to breakfast, and you had to come back and get locked back down and wait till they call rec, and then you go to rec, or wait till they call gym and you go to gym. Wherever you went, you had to wait to be called. Also, they would only do it a block at a time. This part go, come back. Then this part go, come back. Then this. So it took up a lot of time, which meant it took up from us having this much rec now to us having this much rec. You see what I'm saying? Because all that time had been ate up by them implementing all the control movement. Where when they tried to do that, man, the convicts, inmates, nobody wasn't going for it. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody was used to the norm. And in prison, that's all you got is norm. And once you break that norm, you disturb the peace. So when they did that, man, that morning they did it. The first block that went out to go eat and was waiting for them to go back so you can call the next block, they bucked. They said they ain't going back. Open the yard, open the gym. Them people say, nah, y'all can. They bucked, and then they set it off. They started just, fighting the police and going to the gate to go outside. They stepped going there in the gym. So then the word spread back in the building. So when it got back to the building, then everybody set it off. Next thing you know, you look around, pool table on fire, TVs being bust. They setting the booth on fire. Dudes is selling old beefs. They rumbling. It's just it's chaotic. It's going crazy.
Right.
So you have to get your stuff in order, get prepared, put your back on the wall, get your Bethlehem out, and get ready to do whatever needs to be done. So this starts at 6 a.m. Man. This goes on, man, till, dudes break the door down, they get out, man. The police coming out there with their rag gear and their shields and hammers on. Dudes going crazy and charge right back at them, because dudes got the knives, they Bethlehems, and all the shanks they done made, and they done broke the legs off of the foosball tables, and they got long jumps to fight back, and they run the people back in the building. So now everybody out on the yard just running around, man, doing what they want to do, selling beef, dudes getting slayed, bloody, laid out on the yard, dudes is unconscious, dudes being picked up, took over to the watch command office and dumped on the grass. And I mean, it's just chaotic, so this goes on, dudes get on the yard and everything, man, and they come out there again about an hour or something later, man, they got tear gas and they shooting tear gas on the yard. Man, these cats run and take their shirt off and tie it around their face with scarves and go pick up the tear gas and throw it back at them.
Right.
So this is just chaotic. It's crazy, man. And then later on, they call the National Guard saying, and them people come in there with guns. They got the helicopter over top. It's on the news. And then they come with the dogs. And this went on all day. So at the end, long story short, at the end, they get everybody off the yard. But by the time they get everybody off the yard, you're talking about this started at 6 a.m. By the time they get everybody off the yard, you're talking about probably 1, 2 o'clock at night. You know what I'm saying? And then when they take everybody back, then the compound gets shut completely down. So when the compound gets shut completely down with a riot situation as bad as that one was, and all the damage that was done, man, we ended up going on lock for probably 11 months. So you talking about 11 months in your cell, 11 months, they stopped the mail, they stopped commissary, they stopped everything. It was nothing jumping off because once officers saw what had happened, they got scared and people started quitting. They was like, I ain't signed up for all this.
Right.
It gave them a dose of what real prison was like. So you just imagine the officers just only been there about a month, 2 weeks, a week or something, and they think, oh, this is what it is? Oh no, I'm out of here. You know what I'm saying? So now you ain't got people to feed. So now we getting breakfast at 12:30. We getting lunch at like 7 at night. We getting maybe at 1 in the morning because it ain't nobody to feed. Then it ain't nothing but a bologna sandwich in a bag. So now these dudes is flooding. They setting fires in the block. They throwing feces and urine on the officers. So there are more officers quitting. And man, it was just it was you talking about back-to-back chaotic.
Right.
This was 11 months of pure no visits, no nothing, no excuses. They ain't want to hear nothing. See what I'm saying? You ain't getting a shower, but every 3 days you getting a shower, going to the shower with shackles and handcuffs on, being escorted by a guard dog. I mean, it was crazy, man. Real crazy.
Yeah, that's rough, man. 11 months.
Yeah.
Look, I was looking for 48 hours, 72 hours or something, man.
And they started off, it was 24 hours, then it turned into 11 months. You know what I'm saying? With nothing. You couldn't even reach out to your people. You couldn't use the phone. You couldn't do nothing. So it was like pure chaotic, man. Pure chaotic, you know, and it all came about, man, because dudes decided to buck whatever they was trying to do to us. They felt like they was trying to take too much from us, and they was taking more than what the dudes was willing to give. That little bit of freedom, they was willing to fight for that, man, and turn the penitentiary up. And they did that and caused millions and millions of dollars of damage.
What was the difference between the time when you was in there with no cameras to the time they put the cameras in the prison?
Life and death, that's the difference. Life and death is the difference. With no cameras, man, you subject to get killed and murdered, and then they gotta have to figure out who did it. You know, and just that little window right there, you know, can compel somebody to really try to take your life if they got beef with you. But if you put a camera in there, then you change a person's mind. You know, because even if a dude is mad enough to try to kill you or to want to really sincerely kill you, he still don't want to get caught. You know what I'm saying? He can try to get away. He gonna use it. Look, yeah, it's a possibility to get away. He want to leave doubt that it was him, where he might can even beat the case. If his compassion to take your life is that strong, he gonna try it anyway. But without a camera, oh, you can be certain he gonna try it. You know what I'm saying? Because he gonna have to rely on somebody else in there to tell him, and somebody else do that, they done messed their whole bit up as well. So you know what I'm saying? So yeah, them cameras saved a lot of lives, my brother, a lot of lives. And you know they left them out of there for a reason, because they wanted you to kill each other. You know, it don't do nothing but keep them employed.
Right.
You know, they wanted that. But when they put them in there, man, I think it was mandated that they did it. But you got to think, I got to Nottoway before I made parole. I got to Nottoway like 2014. They put cameras on Nottoway in 2015.
Oh, damn.
So cameras been in there all the way up until 2015.
Right.
You know, so you know, go figure.
Right. So they was in there getting busy.
Yeah, super busy.
Yeah. Well, like I said, man, I ain't gonna hold you too long, man. Anything else you got going on, or anything new this upcoming that we got to look for from you know what I'm saying, Banky Pound?
Yes, we do, man. Yes, we do. I'm gonna try to get this workout channel jumping off, man. Well, I'm gonna be, you know, doing some working out and everything, and I hope y'all come over here and join me over here on Team Banky Pound, man. I'm gonna get this workout thing jumping as soon. It's on the way. It's a certainty. Also, I'm working on a podcast, man. I'm definitely gonna do it. And right now, I'm locked in with my soldier, man, Troy Catchmore. Y'all go check him out, Troy Catchmore. You can find him on Instagram at I am Troy Catchmore. You know, a good brother. Me and him is going to do a podcast right now. I think we done settled in on the name, so you get an exclusive right here, because we haven't told anybody that. But the name is going to be called All Real You know, all facts, man. You know, we got all shake, no bake, all real, no fake. That's what we doing over there, man. We're gonna have real talk, man. It's gonna be a pleasure, man, to even have you up in one day soon, Spryte. You know, it would be an honor and a pleasure. You know, but we definitely gonna set that off. So all of these things should be coming up within the next month, man. And as always, man, I'm always open for speaking engagements, man. I want to talk at as many high schools and colleges as I can, because I believe that's who need to hear this message the most. I got the 33 years of prison stories going, man. We 62,000 subscribers strong so far. We on the road to 100K. We got over 8 million views already. I appreciate everybody who have watched me. You know, to me, that is amazing, man. I feel humbled every time I look at that number, over 8 million views on my channel. We got the pure deliciousness over there too, where we ripping up all that good food. Y'all need to come check that out. So, man, we busy over here. We're going to try to stay busy, man. We're going to try to stay in the grind, you know, stay in the grind, man. Slow motion is still motion.
It's still
so
motion.
Long moving, man, you all right. And that's what we're going to try to do over here.
Right. Hey, well, look, man, before we get out of here, man, you know how I end my show, man. I'm going to have to get one of them motivational, inspirational quotes or speeches, man, you know what I'm saying, for the youth before we get up out of here.
Yeah, man. Let me see, man. What would I tell you, man? There's so many things, man, that I want to tell them, man. Shout out to my son, man. My son, Shara, my grandson. He turned 17, man, the other day. And I spent the whole day with him, man, which was a beautiful thing just to see him, you know, becoming a young man, man, and coming into his own. And I would say to the youth out there, the same things I say to him. You know, never, ever underestimate your potential, man. Never, ever underestimate your potential. Never let anyone set goals and ceilings for you. Always believe that you can do anything that you've seen somebody else do and do it better. All you have to do is set your mind to it, man. When we limit ourselves, man, we limit our future. When you look at something and feel like you can't do it, or you can't become it, or you can't excel what you're seeing, these visions, these obstacles, then you've already crippled yourself. You've already crippled yourself, man. So keep your mind open so you can keep your options open. You know, keep your mind open so you can keep your options open. And life will open up for you, man. And it's going to be hard in the beginning, because anything that's easy is not even worth having. Anything that's easily obtained is not worth having. But it's the things that you have to work for that is worth the grind, that is the most gratifying. So, man, get in the grind, man, and keep on pushing forward. And do not by any means be led astray, man. Don't fall for the tomfoolery. Don't fall for none of the trickery. Don't fall for none of the flammery. Stay steadfast on what you want out of life, and you will get it. Guaranteed. 33 years, 12,345 plus days, and come out here and just to have 8 million people see and listen to the things I've said in less than, 3 years, 2.5 years. Come on, man. Anything's possible. Anything's possible. You know what I'm saying? Life won't over after 33 years for me. It was just beginning. So you can do anything in life, man. You just gotta want to do it and have a goal, set your mind to it, make it happen.
Hey, man, there y'all have it, man. You know what I'm saying? The words from the man himself, on my channel, man, you know how I close it out. Yesterday's wins and losses don't count. You know what I'm saying? If you woke up blessed to be alive, keep pushing forward and strive for a greater tomorrow, man. I'm Hollywood Spryte. You know what I'm saying? I got the man himself, Banky Pound, man, and we signing out, man.
We in here.
Salute.
Veracity Exchange Television.